Now, back to the mystery of the Jamison family. The FBI continues to investigate what happened to this friendly couple and their daughter. As they followed the clues, they uncovered more questions than answers, until the mountains finally revealed its long-hidden secrets. Our Reed Grinsell continues the story.
For years, the search for the Jamisons continued despite the difficult terrain.
It took us almost 9 months to complete. Many miles were covered. It just wasn't inch by inch. It was impossible because of the mountains, the trees, the vegetation.
So cops started taking a closer look at the Jamisons' life, and they found troubling footage on the home security cameras on the day the family vanished.
It took them an extremely long time to load the truck. They made 30, 40 trips, it seemed like. They changed clothes several times.
The sheriff called in a psychologist to analyze their bizarre behavior.
The psychologist watched them going back and forth and automatically told me drugs. They were taking things that they'd put in the truck and putting them back in the house and then taking them back from the house and putting them back into the truck. They never interacted with each other the entire time they were doing it.
Bobby's mother insists he only took prescribed medication for back pain.
I've seen Bobby before, just kind of in a daze because of the medicine that he took. That's not drugs. They didn't find any drugs at the house. They didn't find any drugs on the pickup.
U.S. Marshals also investigated a boarder who had lived with the Jamisons. Sherilyn had run him off with a gun just months before they disappeared.
They had some words about it, and she started to get scared and made him leave at gunpoint. He was actually in jail during the times that they had went missing.
But Sherilyn's gun was never found. As the clues and possibilities diminished and the years went by without any sign of the family, Sherilyn's mother says she assumed the worst.
I think they were murdered. They had run across somebody that didn't want them to be on their land, or somebody was doing something bad and they didn't want them to see it.
One day, 4 years after the Jamisons vanished, the mountain finally gave up its secrets. Human remains were found, just 3 miles from where the family abandoned their truck.
I can't imagine anybody killing a 6-year-old girl. In my further imagination, I can't see that happening. How can somebody do that?
The partial remains of 3 skeletons found in the mountains were so decomposed, it took 8 months to confirm it was the Jamisons. Rumors swirled again about criminals, drugs, or that the Jamisons died by murder-suicide.
Who's gonna walk 2-3 miles and then do a murder-suicide in such rough terrain when you got a 6-year-old and a hurt back?
But investigators never found any physical evidence that offered proof.
If there was a murder-suicide, then they'd found a weapon.
Family members are sure it's not possible they simply got lost.
They were in danger, definitely in danger. They left the dog in the truck, and they wouldn't have ever done that because that's Madison's best friend.
The former sheriff also believes the Jamisons were murdered.
Bobby didn't get around very well at all. In my opinion, it's down to homicide. Now that the bodies have been found, obviously they didn't go missing at their own will.
It's a case that still haunts him, even though he's since left the department.
My daughter at the time was the exact same age as Madison. So I took that personally. It's a horrible crime, and I want it solved. And you know, I don't think that I'll ever quit thinking about it until it is solved. Even then,
It's so hard. Bobby was my only son, and Madison was my only granddaughter. I want to know what happened.
Now, the former sheriff believes vital clues still exist and have gone unreported. Now he's made a public plea for any and all information that could solve the Jamison family murders. So, if you have any information, you can go to our website and click on Submit a Tip, or call our toll-free tip line. That number is 1-844-800-CRIME.